Hi everyone, and welcome to Writing 500 at Bushnell University. Glad to have you. Just wanted to introduce myself a little bit and tell you about what we're going to be doing in this class. First of all, my name is James Watson. I've been teaching at Bushnell for 5 years and teaching writing overall in some capacity for about 11. Have my PhD from Baylor University. Go Bears. I think they just won a national championship of some sort. And in my writing life, I've published several articles in academic journals. I've published a novel, some short story and poetry things, which obviously aren't as relevant for this class. But with academic writing, I think the goal, as it says in the course and on the syllabus, is frankly to first think clearly about what you're trying to say and then say it in the most efficient, that might be the wrong word, in the clearest way possible, in the way that what you were trying to achieve or convey comes across in the way that you want it to your audience. And so doing that requires a whole subset of skills involving understanding what effect your writing has on other people and these sorts of things. Now, this is a short class. It's a 1-credit class, mainly to get you up to speed on what goes into graduate level writing, as well as familiarize you with APA conventions. I will say at the outset, even though that's an important skill, it's not primary. All sorts of citation styles are inherently arbitrary and they change. I use MLA most of the time. One of the articles that I published, for example, had written in MLA, and which is the standard for literature publications, and the journal came back to me and said, oh, well, we're switching over to Chicago Turabian with footnotes, so please change your article into Chicago with footnotes. Okay. So, so these are various tools to essentially do one thing. Show that your writing is entering into a conversation. That's what research, that's what academic writing is. It's as if you walked into a classroom and said, or a room, and there's been a conversation going on for, a while before you got there. You have to begin to say, okay, what's happened so far? Oh, this is where they're at. Let's say it's a discussion. Fred thinks this, Jill thinks that. And then when it comes time for you to say your bit, hopefully you would say something along the lines of, even though Joe has proposed this idea and Jill thinks, Fred, whatever, and Jill thinks this, I think that the most effective solution would be to blah, blah, blah. The point is that the citation style is meant to show that you are taking into account other people's work, and you're using it often depending on what you're doing, and also to attribute work to others correctly, and so that your reader can find that study or whatever themselves for their own uses. So the point of that is that APA in and of itself, MLA, Chicago, etc., don't get so hung up on, oh man, it's this encyclopedia of things I need to know about conventions. Because you can't keep it all in your head, and nobody does, and if they spent the time to do so, they're wasting valuable time on minutia. Because both in the manuals themselves and online, you can easily find, how do I cite an interview within a documentary? You can Google that and go to some of the resources we search on, or that I have listed on Beacon Learning, and get the answer you need. At any rate, I don't want to go too far afield on topic there, but in this class, what we're primarily looking at is, can you put forward an idea, a thesis? Can you support it with evidence? And can you show in a dispassionate and neutral way, a professional way, an academic way, that your position is in fact supportable? But more on that in the weeks to come. Since we're doing introductions and I'm not doing one in writing in the forum as you are, and this is to serve that, what else? I do live here in Eugene, and for those of you who are in Oregon, in the Willamette Valley, hope you're surviving our current incredible heat wave. I have 5 kids, and I love gardening and tinkering on my motorcycle and riding it occasionally or every day. And yeah, been married for 17 years. Looking forward to this class. If you have any questions at all at any time, feel free to shoot me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I will probably do some open virtual office hours or by appointment for those who would want to discuss in person via Zoom. So not in person, but what has come to be known as in person this year, right? So just always feel free to reach out. And I hope you can take any stress level that you might have about this kind of class and just let it simmer down a little bit. I'm there to help. This is not a gotcha type situation. Hopefully, whatever writer you are now at the beginning of the class, you'll consider yourself concretely better by the end of the class. That's our goal. Be in touch. Have a great summer. Talk to you soon. Bye.